So, when a criminal commits a crime, they say, "This isn't my fault. I had a right to do that. It's the rest of society's fault. I did this, not mine, but the rest of society's." Well, that's why they're getting learnt in jail, because it's not everybody else's fault. It's that person's fault. Also, freedom of speech, though I try to avoid politics as much as possible, freedom of speech is not the freedom to say anything you please. It really isn't. And it's not for, freedom for um, racial hate, speech, propaganda. It's not freedom for that. And it's not freedom to disturb the peace. It's not freedom to, cause a scene and cause problems. Freedom of speech is not about that. It never was. It never will be. If you think it is, you're stupid and dumb. The facts are, you're not free to come up in my face and call me names and you don't know me. You're not free to antagonize me and harass me when I'm doing nothing to you. And I'm not free to do that to you or anything like that. On a grander scale, in our society, if you commit a crime, you alone are to blame. Nobody else but you. And if you think that it's everybody else's fault that you do a crime, that's fine in a science fiction novel. That's fine in fantasy. Fiction, that's great. We like that stuff. It's entertaining in movies and stuff like that. But in reality, if you think you could say anything you want at any time because we have freedom of speech and you don't understand what that means you're dumb. That means you get in trouble if you break laws. There's laws and your rights you don't have a right to break the law. I mean, an American citizen does have the right to break the law, and a policeman has the right to take you to jail when you break the law, or kill you, basically, if you break the law. And if you don't comply with what they say, they're going to kill you. So don't be stupid. Don't be so stupid. And if you think you're a revolutionist and you're going to change the world because you're going to let the police kill you, you're a dumb dodo bird. Stupid. S-T-U-P-I-D. Yes, dumb. Bird brains. And there's a difference between freedom of speech, which is about freedom of the press. It's freedom about what you can have opinion about. It's religious freedom, freedom to be a Christian or whatever, Islamic. You have freedom to do religiously what you want. You have freedom to believe what you want. And also, you have freedom to publish what you want. But that isn't the same thing as having freedom to demonize people, to lie about people, to make people look bad that you don't like or agree with, to raise a ruckus and to cause a storm all the time. You don't have a right to do that. Nobody does. And if you do that, you deserve the black eye. You deserve the knot on your head. You deserve even if the police kill you. That's your fault. That's what you get. Even if it's over something petty, yes, you're going to die. So don't do that. You're going to die. Death. And you won't make a revolution with that. You'll be an idiot. I-D-I-O-T. Idiot. Dumb. Moron. There's a Greek word for that. Moranos. Only morons think they have rights to do stuff they don't. And mankind doesn't have inherent rights by being a human, by the way, that are given to him by God. Mankind has human rights based on how humane other men have been or not in wars, and who has won wars. And your rights don't have anything to do with anything, to be honest with you. You have a right to get a job. You have a right to go to school. You have a right to be a teacher. You have a right to go to work. You have a right to buy a house. You have a right to get rich. You have a right to be a capitalist. You have a right to climb the ladder. You don't have a right to go stirring up a bunch of trouble everywhere you go with people that aren't bothering you. Just because you don't like them or what their ideologies are, you don't have rights to do that. If you think you do, you deserve your black eye, your knot on your head, or your gunshot wound, or your death. Because you don't have a right to do that. Get the heck out of here with that. You're dumb dodo bird if you think that. Dodo bird status. Get off drugs if you think that. So, yeah, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of expression in art. Now, NWA did put the profanity, made it okay. Okay, so was the government not liking profanity? No, they don't care about profanity. Every action movie has profanity. Every book has profanity. There's pornography before NWA, so it isn't about profanity. They were trying to limit NWA's freedom of speech with the parental advisory explicit content explicit content sticker, and that is unconstitutional. So there is some platform for changing things in society, but not by going around and being a dodo bird and having no focus and making a scene and making a martyr of yourself, and you don't change anything. That means you're an idiot. That doesn't mean you're a meritorious person or a courageous person. You might have courage, but you're an idiot. So mix your courage with some focus, and that's how you can maybe change something. Legislate, vote, even though voting doesn't matter. Vote if you want. There's a lot of different things you could do to change the system. There's a lot of systems in place and power that are against you. And every system in place is against you. And that's okay. So what? It's against everybody else too. And I'm just saying that, the reason NWA was censored was not because of the profanity, but because of the things they were saying with the profanity that the government didn't like. So does the government try to stop you? It does. And that's okay. They can try to stop you. It's fine. Don't get so mad. It doesn't mean they will stop you or can stop you, but just don't be an idiot. That's all I'm saying.